collect complaints, I inform the public about various environmental health and public health issues, and I also regulate 4 different professions. In terms of investigations, I may receive complaints about indoor and outdoor air quality or environmental noise, in addition to housing problems, building-related issues, and water quality complaints. I inform the public about different pests that might impact people's lives, such as West Nile virus borne by mosquitoes, bed bugs in buildings, and rodent activity in the neighborhoods. I also regulate 4 different service providers. These would be indoor ice rinks, tanning facilities, body art establishments, and bodywork therapists. When it comes to ice rinks, I'm primarily focused upon the air pollution caused by the fuel-burning equipment. In many ice rinks, the Zamboni itself, which is the ice resurfacer, is powered by propane and emits burned hydrocarbons, and these could be carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxides, both of which can have negative consequences on health if they exceed a certain limit. So I go to ice rinks just soon after they open for the season and during the season, and I look to ensure that they're complying with state regulations, which require them to keep a logbook with information about their testing program, their air testing program, their equipment maintenance, any issues that may have arisen, because they're under strict regulation to evacuate if the levels achieve a certain, approach the limits, and so they need to be prepared in case something goes wrong with the equipment. The logbook, the ice rink air testing, the ensuring that the facility is prepared to handle an emergency so that they have procedures to evacuate and procedures to mitigate any excesses in air pollution. And by that I mean they would have access to the controls for the ventilation system and for the doors and other ways that they can eliminate or reduce that air pollution if it builds up to a high level. And so I have to issue licenses and ensure that they're conforming to the state regulation. Another service industry that I regulate in Cambridge is the body art establishments. Body art is comprised of piercing and tattooing primarily. I'm concerned essentially that the owner and that the body artists themselves are aware of the regulations and what they need to do to protect themselves and to protect the public from bloodborne pathogens. Bloodborne pathogens can be hepatitis B, HIV, other contagious diseases. So in a body art establishment, I want to ensure that the establishment is kept very clean, that the procedures for disinfection are efficient and effective. And so I'll be looking at each body art workstation for things like maintenance of the surfaces, cleanliness of the surfaces, utilization of what we call dental bibs on furniture that's being occupied by the client, so that the surfaces of the piece of furniture do not get contaminated, or if they do get contaminated, I want to know that the furniture itself has a impervious cleanable surface. I want to be sure that the floor has been cleaned periodically. I want to be sure that the needles are single use only. I want to be sure that the tattoo machines are being cleaned, which is usually a tuberculosis rub with a cloth, or they have covers that go over them. These would be plastic bags. They call it bagging the machine. And that the cords, the electrical cords that go to the machine, are also bagged. Autoclaving, there are tubes. The tube is the little holder. It's the hand grip, essentially. The needle goes inside of it, and the machine vibrates the needle from the end of the tube. I want to be sure that the needles are disposed of properly, so they have a Sharps service provider where there's a wall-mounted Sharps collection bin picked up on a regular basis. The autoclaving itself gets done in what we call the clean room. Autoclave, sterilized under high pressure and high temperature. It's very effective, and it kills everything down to even the bacterial spores, which are the hardest to kill.